stars of everything from bar billiards to table football. True skill at a time when £100 was a big prize for the winners. But if not, if you did miss it, just sit back and enjoy with Freddie and his pint.
Now then, it's me back again with more indoor league. Last year we scoured the pubs and clubs of England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales to skim the top of the milk of the nation's tap rooms. The cream who aren't often whipped in their own sport. Well, this time we've spread. We've recruited from the Isle of Man, the United States and Scandinavia to bring you the top pub gamesters. We've got more stars on the show than a Midsummer Night. More champs than Madison Square Gardens have seen this century. More colour and artistry than that fella Tate's got at his gallery. Portraits of skill and technique like Dougie Priestner from the west of England. 180! 19-year-old Stefan Lord from Sweden.
140!
Another Swedish star, Greta Ahlgren, temperamental but talented. And this boy with the eyes bulging like his biceps is Clive Myers. Once again with the world's best table footballer. And glamour comes to the American pool table in the shape of Vera Selby. Snooker with bunkers is back. And the game most of you hadn't seen until we introduced it, Cheese Skittles. If Van Gogh had been round with that lot, it'd been no need for him to lop off his logo through lack of inspiration. But back to the present. Today we're going to concentrate on the birds of a feather, ladies' darts, markswomen who wouldn't have let down Henry V at Agincourt. Here's Brenda Simpson of Dronfield near Sheffield. Jessie Catrick's back from Middlesbrough. 100! And this is Mary Smith, the 1974 National Ladies Champion. 100! And the last she beat in the final, Millie Burgessson, the top female fighter from Flintshire. 85! Do you remember Loveday King, the reigning indoor league champion?
98!
And another look at Greta Ahlgren, Sweden's top double import.
100!
They're just some of the lasses who can serve up tons as easy as they serve up Sunday dinner. And for the first course was Brenda Simpson, a semi-finalist last year, and Kay Bradfield from Shipley. Kay's trailing by 1 leg to 0 as we join Dave Lanning with the chat.
Brenda Simpson, her opponent from Sheffield. Many, many championships this lady has won over the years.
40!
40 score. So, Kay Bradfield.
79!
79 scored, treble 18, got her out of trouble there. This is the confident, calm figure of Mrs. Brenda Simpson from Sheffield. Really hitting the trebles now. 100 scored. Kay Bradfield really hammers the darts in.
41!
Mrs. Simpson, what has she won? Derbyshire winner, Fred Hollingsworth Trophy winner, Captain Morgan Run Derbyshire winner, and that's another very good score, 95. So now Brenda Simpson in 9 darts has scored well in excess of 200 now.
26.
Meantime, Kay Bradfield struggling a bit now. One feels that Brenda Simpson here is beginning to establish some command on this game, beginning to stamp some authority onto this game. She really made the wire jump about there.
60.
That's 60, but it could have been an awful lot more. Very, very bad luck. Couldn't be closer to the treble 20s. Kay Bradfield, a little bit erratic. Hither and yon.
31.
31. So now Brenda Simpson. 206 she needs, and she has been very impressively consistent. That's 60 she was looking for. Super stuff. Just pulled it a little bit down into the 5.
85.
85 scored though, and that's very consistent scoring. Kay Bradfield, bang. The Shipley bomber strikes again. So now 121 now for Brenda Simpson. Treble 20, 25, double 18 would bring the house down. That's very close on the wire. I think it's a 5. She's come down. Oh, very good throwing indeed. So cool. 97, she only needs 2 12s now. And Brenda Simpson in this leg really has left Kay Bradfield way, way behind.
13. And 24 plus.
18 darts so far, and she's down to a double 12 she wants. Right on the wire. Now then, she's just above the double, and really after a first dart that was so close, Brenda seemed to go a little bit to pieces. Now Kay Bradford, 186 she needs, and a big score now will bring her right back into the reckoning.
26.
26, and that's not good enough, Kay.
24.
So Brenda Simpson again needing 2 12s. 2 12s up there at 10 o'clock. She wants over on 2 6s. Just too low. Let's watch her. Oh, just too much inside on that last start. She's now down on 2 3s. Her finishing really seems to be in the nervous 90s. Kay Bradfield wants 160.
32.
32, not so many now. So 2 3s, bottom of the board. Way down at the bottom, Brenda Simpson gathering her courage, trying to get those nerves that are jumping about under control. She wants 3 1s, and she's gone too high. And really, Brenda Simpson has cracked after playing superbly right the way down through this game. It's Kay Bradford now on 128. That looks like 68 scored. Is it a treble? 16, 48. No, it was next door in the treble 7. So she wants 3 1s, and Brenda Simpson really will be kicking herself as she throws this one away. She came down to a double on 18 darts, and she's gone all to the pitches since then. That's the one now. She wants double 1. She's keeping way up. Come on, girl. Underneath. Cracked it again.
Play requires 80.
So now Kay Bradfield, suddenly the miracle has happened. She only needs 80. She went for treble 14 and missed it, and has 14. She has got now 24. And she missed the 20 that she wanted, 29. So Kay still in with a chance. 51 she needs. Brenda Simpson wants 3. That's just too low. It's on the 18.
Play requires 51.
Well, can Kay Bradfield come back from the dead? That's 19. She wants 2 16s. Bang. Bang. So close. Just inside the wire. So Brenda Simpson, really, who has collapsed like a house of cards in this leg. She now needs double 1 to really put her out of her agony, and she's missed it.
Okay, requires 16.
So 2 8s, that's an 11. She wants 5 to rip. She's missed the 1. One feels that the dry sherries are taking their toll on the Ladies Darts Championship. Double 1 she wants, and she's way over the top and keeps it up there. She's playing safe now. This then is Kay Bradfield
16.
wanting 2 8s and a very, very long second leg. That's 11. She wants 2 2s now. She's got the 1.
12
Bonk.
score.
The board shakes, but unfortunately it is not the double 2 she needed. So 2 1s, Madhouse, top of the board there, next to the 1s, next to the 20s rather. The 1 she wants. Now she's getting closer. Can she really do it this time? No, she cannot. Concerted groans from her supporters from Johnfield Neil Sheffield. And Kay Bradfield has another chance to make a name for herself. And she's missed it as well. And so the never-ending saga, it seems, of Mrs. Brenda Simpson wanting 2 1s, and that's done it. And relief is registered all round. Brenda Simpson has won by 2 legs to 0 against Kay Bradfield and goes forward in the ladies' darts.
Last-minute nerves, but Brenda goes through to the quarter-final. We'll have 3 more matches in just a couple of ticks from now. I'll Sithee. For another darts game featuring 2 lasses who'd make their husbands take up knitting. Millie Burgesson, this year's runner-up in the England and Wales Championship, and Jean Dickinson, a cool customer from Stockport. It's 1 leg apiece, and Jean's at the hockey.
Throwing first in the 3rd and final leg.
And so what is to be the decisive leg of an intriguing quarter-final between Jean Dickinson here on the board. It's 1 leg apiece. And all on this one. 41 for Jean Dickinson, the little blonde from Stockport. Millie Burgesson from Flintshire in North Wales. Really finished with superb skill in the 2nd leg to level at 1-1 in this quarter-final. 85, and now Millie Burgesson seems to be finding her confidence. Jean Dickinson, who really had looked quite superb earlier on, maybe now finding the pressure on her. 60 scored. This is Millie Burgesson, winner of many titles in North Wales. That's very close on the treble 20, isn't it? 60. She's really is steadying up now. This is Jean Dickinson. Jean Dickinson now 50-odd behind. Actually started playing when she was courting. Well, makes a change from park benches, I suppose. 26 scored there. Millie Burgesson then suddenly finds herself in front and in command, particularly when she gets 3 20s of that nature, and downstairs for the treble 19, so 122 scored. And now Jean Dickinson suddenly finds herself with a back to the wall. And she replies with a ton. We're beginning to take off now. 234 Millie Burgesson needs. Remember, you must subtract them, so take 5 off. Take 6 off. 11. Silly Millie. Just when she seemed to be getting in command. That looks like 20. That looks like 40. Very close on the wire, though. 45 it is. So how's the scoreboard now? It's very, very close indeed. There's only 6 in it, as you can see. So absolutely in the balance, this deciding leg. Some arrows of outrageous proportion could make a lot of difference to this one now. Either lady can really get in front here, and Jean Dickinson trying so hard. 60 scored. So Millie Burgesson needs 178. 20 score, so 169 now for Jean Dickinson, so she'll be looking for a large odd number. Not that, that's 3 1s. 43 score, so 158 going. That's 20, 138. What's that? It's very close on the wire. I think it's 15.
38 score. There requires 126.
126 we need. 60, 30, double 18 perhaps. She's got 20. She needs 106. She's got 86 she needs now.
60.
Well, she stayed on the 20s. Perhaps her last start should have gone for the treble 18, 54 for a double shot out, but never mind. It's Millie Burgesson. She wants 120. She's got 60. She's missed the 20 for the Shanghai shot on 20s, but she's still got the 15, so she is now
66.
back down to double top, and now it's all pressure on Jean Dickinson, needing 66. She went. Is that a 10 or a 6? I can't see. It's very, very, very close.
26 score.
26 it was. She wants double top as well. So now Millie Burgesson, with the eyes of Texas upon her, she can wrap this one up with a double top shot here. Very steady. Really very calm lady player. That'll do. That'll do. Jean Dickinson has been beaten after looking very impressive in the earlier leg of that game, but beaten by Millie Burgesson from North Wales, so the Welsh lady goes forward.
So, Millie goes through. Now it's the turn of Loveday King, the reigning champ. She's up against Anne Westwood, a former national ladies champion.
Against the reigning champion, Mrs. Loveday King, and Mrs. Westwood starts off with 60, so Mrs. King now must win this one to hang on to her title. After an impressive first leg, really not so impressive second leg. Anne Westwood, seeming to grow in stature as this game progresses. 60 scores, so it's 120 in 6 starts. Steady old stuff. Mrs. King will need to find her championship touch.
26.
26, that's not it. Have we the makings of a sensation? She's a great fighter, but this lady has been very impressive. Very impressive. Mrs. Westwood, a very experienced campaigner. So Mrs. King now trying to get back into the groove, trying to re-establish her authority.
60.
60 scored. Absolutely nothing in it, just 1 in it at the moment. Remember, you must subtract their scores. They must score 501 and they must finish on a double. And did you hear that one bang the wire and bounce out? That's 60 on the floor. Bad luck for Anne Westwood. Mrs. King now.
45.
45 scored. So still only 4 in it. 4 between these two ladies. And Mrs. Westwood now
60.
making it a lot more. Mrs. King, an absolute ding-dong this one. Could go either way still.
26.
26. Mrs. King not looking happy. And Westwood, that's 60, super dark. Overbalanced again, getting her weight back, her balance back. 100. So now Mrs. Loveday King getting into a little bit of a desperate situation if she's going to hang on to her title.
60.
60, but she would have needed a ton. 155, so 60, 57, double 19. Not now though, only 1 there. And there's another one, it's very close on the wire.
24.
24 scored. So Mrs. Loveday King really needs a big score.
60. There he was,
131 going. 63, 13 she should have gone for, but she hasn't got them, but she stayed up top and got 61, so that's useful. So Mrs. King on 165 really has got to go some. That's unlucky. It's hit the wire. Another one hit the wire. That really is tragic luck for Mrs. King. Really, that was tragic luck. So only 70 she needs. 70 for Mrs. Westwood. She now needs 50. She needs the ball. She needed an 18 for 216. She's missed it. She's come down. And really, the nerves beginning to show there. 145. 125. That's very close on the 60 again.
43.
43. So 49 now going for Anne Westwood. 17 216s. 216s to wrap it up. She's got an 8. Mrs. King lives again. 102 she needs. That's the 60. She needs 10. She needs 216s. Tremendous! Tremendous! What a finish! What a fighter! Her title was slipping away, and she pulled that one right out of the top drawer. Tremendous stuff. Hubby's there, her fans are there, her family are there. That really was the stamp of a true champ.
Oh, what a finish! And the whole of the West Country breathes a sigh of relief. Now, what promises to be a real tussle? The champion of Britain, Mary Smith, versus the champion of Sweden, Greta Ahlgren. Mary won the first, Greta the second. This is the one that counts.
Of this fascinating Clash of the Giants quarter-final in the Ladies Indoor League Darts Championship. Mary Smith, the reigning British champion, 22 off. This is Greta Ahlgren from Sweden, a temperamental little lady from the land of the lakes. Not really getting the score she's looking for, and it's beginning to play on her, I'm sure. But she came back well there, 83. So Mary Smith. That's 25, and that second dart looks a bit wonky.
45.
45 scored. Greta Ahlgren from Frank's Pub in Ludvika in Sweden. The first time we've seen a big-time continental dart star. And this is a 100 already, and downstairs she really does throw with all the confidence of the top men players there. She had her ton and she scored 119 there, so she really is beginning to find the golden touch.
45. 45.
So Greta Ahlgren. That's another 60. She's getting it up together now, isn't she? This is the class. This is class. 83. So in 9 darts, she's down to 216, and Mary Smith, the British champion, really has got to come back with a bang, as she has. 100. Terrific stuff, this. You won't see better ladies' darts than this. Greta Horton, 216 she needs. That's 20 up. That's 40 up.
60.
60 scored. That's her lowest score in this third and decisive leg. And Mary can't afford to give them away like that. The darts, I would suggest, might need sharpening. She's lost them out of the board once or twice in this game, and it could prove crucial. 156 going, 60-60 double 18. That's the shot. And Greta is ambitious enough to try for it too. And get it too, I wouldn't wonder. 60. She is playing really well now. She seems to have overcome those nerves which haunted her in the first 2 legs. She only wants 96, and Mary Smith now staring defeat in the face.
41.
The British Lion has its tail between its legs at the moment. 96 going for Greta Horton. 96, 62, 18s. 20, 76 going, 76. 56 she needs now. She has scored 40. Oh, she's got 2 60s instead of the one she was looking for, and she didn't like that at all. Just the luck of the game. The luck of the game. She now needs 2 12s. Mary Smith needs 208, that well-known radio commercial station.
22.
22, and Mary Smith now really looks in trouble because she needs 2 12s. Greta Horton, let's just watch her get herself together. She really takes her time, gets it all sorted out. 2 12s to knock out the reigning ladies champion of Great Britain. That's close. Tremendous sigh echoed round indoor league. And they're going banging into the board, 3rd dart. Oh no, she really overbalanced on that one. And she got a 9, she wants 15 to rip, and Mary Smith is back in contention. 60 scored, so 15 going for Greta Holgren, and there's enough electricity in this atmosphere to generate the power for a new town. She wants 2 6s. Steadying up, she's really taken her time. That's well away. Really taking her time. Come on, girl. 2 6s. The drama is absolutely unbelievable. That'll do. That'll do. Well, I'm sure that is her Swedish coach, and I'm sure the lady was hanging on for a drama award there. Give the girl an Oscar. She took her chance. She's in now to the next stage, and that really was a super game.
So Greta Ahlgren beats the anti-post favourite. Will she reach the final? We'll find out next time when we feature the 4th quarter-final and the 2 semis. And what a climax it promises to be. Oh, I'll sit it.
This is Brenda Simpson.
We'll be back with the next programme soon. And if you were one of the stars in those days, or knew them, let's hear from you. What happened? Here's the introduced by the great Freddie Truman, with the nation's best stars of everything from bar billiards to table football. True skill at a time when £100 was a big prize for the winners. But if not, if you did miss it, just sit back and enjoy with Freddie and his pint.
John Baker, his confidence growing with every shot. Pretty slow starter, but he's a crushing finish. Making the most of this 45
240. 290.
Another 50 at the end of the break. He's trying to finish the game now. The bar is down. He'll try and finish the game by dropping it in the 200. He got it straight away. A great win and a great way to finish. The winner of the Bar Billiards Indoor Games Tournament, John Baker of the Bristol Arms, Cavalier Road, Tunbridge Wells.
Now then, that was John Baker of Kent winning our 1973 Bar Billiards Championship. Today he's in the final again, but hoping to stop him winning the 150 quid first prize is a right cool customer from Surrey, John Peters, who recorded some really high breaks in the previous rounds. Without further ado, let's join him at the table.
Here's winner, the defender of his title, striking off first. And this could, with a bit of luck, be a great final because they're two very good players here.
100.
And he's straight off is Baker. And don't forget, there's 150 quid on this.
30.
And it is playing those two balls from the bottom there. And the red going in.
30.
The red's the best one to go in because that's the one that counts double. Oh, that's beautiful.
630.
630 break immediately. So you can tell sort of standing. Oh,
710.
710 in the final straight away. Magnificent. 810. Oh. And he's 45 seconds up and he's 810 away. A ripple of applause there, very well deserved. Oh, and look at this for a five bag. 220 for a start. This has all the makings. This has all the makings. Look at this.
380.
380 straight away. It has all the makings as this. Because the balls are in the right position.
430.
That'll go in to make it 530.
500.
And he should go in off here to make it 630. Oh.
680.
Another 50 there.
730.
That should make it 800. And he's got to be quick.
Break over. John Peters, 830.
Two breaks, 810 and 830 to set up a final is a great performance. And he's got them both there together. This could be magnificent stuff. This could be great. Because Baker has got the balls back where he wants them in his favourite position where the big ones are, and it's another 150.
310.
What a start. What a start by both players. Oh!
310 score.
Only 310, and Peters has got a great chance here. He's got to get moving. And he takes a nervous swig of a pint there. And I don't blame him.
30. 100.
Look at these sitting right over the big holes at the bottom. Oh, dear.
150.
Look at this.
250.
250 already. And he I don't know what he's going to try to do with it. Oh, I think that was a bad shot, but he's trying to get the red over the top of the 100 there to make it into 200. I know what he's trying to do. And he's done it too, and he's done it too. Great performance. 500 already. And he's followed through, you see. And he was hoping to get the white ball at the top so he could play off the bottom again, but it didn't quite come off, but it was a great try. He's quite happy.
690.
Another 690, and there's Baker getting some beer down him to steady his nerves a bit.
720.
Another 700. What a performance in the 45 seconds.
John Peters, 1550. John Baker, 1120.
Two breaks of 800 and 700, and he's only just about 400 in front, but John Baker has missed. Wiping his lips nervously there. There's 150 quid on this. And he's missed as well. He's missed as well. Bound to be a bit of nerves when there's some money about.
50. John Baker, 1120.
But he's just crashed him about, and there he goes. And he's missed again.
40 score.
Oh, dear.
1160. John Peters, 1550.
About 390 behind before this break started. Before this break started, Baker was about 390 behind. So now he's got to get some coal on.
100.
and get them big breaks again. Because with a standard this Baker can produce 600 or 700 lead can mean nothing. That went all round the houses, but eventually went in. Oh, and he's, oh, beautiful piece of play. Look where he's brought that ball to. Oh, I think he should have tried to have got it off instead of trying to clip it in.
John Peters, 1,000.
But they're both laughing. They're both enjoying it. There's a lady at the back with both fingers in a glass. She's just as nervous. Only 600 in it before Baker started his break. Just, he's got to get the ball back down with a big one there. Beautiful study of concentration by Peters there.
160.
Believe me, 160s and 200s mean nothing.
120.
They mean nothing.
40.
Oh, and he missed there when he ought to have been going off the red.
Scored.
Tight angle that corner, you see.
400.
You see the contrast of styles there. Peters gets his head much lower down than Baker when he's shooting, much lower down. There's the delicate touch.
50.
Just picking up a little bit of bonus at the top there. Now he's got the same sort of shot in that corner. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. Oh yes, he came back nicely off the corner there. And he's having to play off the cush. But in it goes, beautiful.
180.
All these count when you're a few hundred in front. A little bit harder to have got that down. Wanted a little bit harder to have got that ball back down where the 50 was. In off there again he's going. Picks up a nice 70 or 80 there.
320 scored.
320 in his 45 seconds. So you can see, if you don't get onto the big stuff, you see, you don't pick up. Oh, what a great shot that would have been.
It's 2,170. John Baker, 1,400.
You only score half as many.
80.
There's just over 700 in it. And Peters is the man leading, and he's on the table now.
110.
You can see that. The difference in the scores when they get stuck on the bottom scores. But Peters is back in with a chance because he got both balls in, and so he can start playing on the big stuff again. Oh, and he slipped up badly, and this could let in Baker. He could pick up 700 here, no trouble.
320. John Baker, 1,000.
He wanted that white in, actually.
50.
Just delicate, you see, so he can play the white again. And if he can get at it, probably leave the red, you see. Oh, he's gone that way. You see, that's good play, because now he's only got to nick that, and it's in. But if that goes in, it counts 200. You see, this is where the scores build up. 400 already, you see. 400 already.
470.
What? He's got to try as John Baker. That's what he wanted. He wanted both them balls in.
50.
That's what he had to try to do. And he's got the red down here now. 45 seconds, and he's got to get this in. And another 150.
John Baker, 2,100. John Peters, 2,320.
You see, after that big break, there's only 200 in it. But Peters is straight back in with another 150. This is good stuff. All for 150 quid. You'd think they were playing for the town hall clock, wouldn't it? But they're at it.
John Peters, 2,470.
You see, you can't afford to leave this fella in this position, Baker. He's straight in, and he's so delicate. You see, that's it. Now he'll leave the red, and he'll double it up, because red counts double. And it's in.
200.
And he'll play the red again, you see. And I think what he'll do is try to go to the middle back there. There it goes. Beautiful.
450.
That seems to be one of his favourite shots. And you can see how the lead can fluctuate and change so quickly.
510.
He's over 500 now, Baker, you see, just because Peters missed that. Simple shot there. And he's got both balls back in, you see.
570.
And there he is, the ball, 570, and the red back where he wants it so he can play. And if that drops, and they both have another 150.
600.
And you could see the look of disappointment.
2,720.
He nearly used a swear word there because he was so disappointed after he fought for and got what he wanted.
150.
You see, Peters was nearly 300 behind when this break started, and now he should be about level again now. He should probably be about 40 or 50 in front. And you see there is 450 in 3 shots. When you get down to the big boys at the bottom here, this is where they count. And it's there again, 500. And he'll no doubt slot the red in to make it 600 and leave it over there.
600.
To come up for 650. 650. 850.
850.
Great. 850 when you get among the big boys. I'd love to. That's 1,000.
1,000.
The highest break of the competition. What a standard. This is great stuff.
2,720.
1,000 he got there. And Baker's back in with a chance again, you see. Because,
150.
and I think this is where we'll see him going for his favourite shot again. No, he made me look a liar. He went the wrong way, and I think he went the wrong way. Because you see, he wanted both balls in to get back on the big boys. He wants both balls in here. Oh, and he missed. He only got 280 that time.
John Baker 3,000. John Peters 3,470.
470 in it before Peters started this break. He's nearly 600 in front now, and half the game must have gone at least.
10.
But he's done it. He's got both balls back down the table. This is good play. Good play. And there he goes. You see, another 150. This is where they mount up, you see. This is where they mount up, and it's there again for another 50.
190, and the bar is now down.
The bar has just gone down. The bar has just gone down.
40.
And he's made 440.
500.
He just made 500.
70. John Baker 3,000.
500 and 970 in front, and the bar's gone down. I think if the black skittle is not knocked down, we've seen our reigning champion.
John Baker 3,050. John Peters 3,970.
900 in front. And of course, that's the last thing he wanted was that. He wanted all 3 balls down, but just watch him. And he tries it. Oh! It's all on. It's all on the black skittle. Now knowing this fella, he will go, John Baker will go for the hole. You see a little bit of tension creeping in, but he's smiling. He's smiling. There's 150 quid, but he's smiling. And he's won it. A great performance. Last year's Indoor League champion, John Baker, defeated by John Peters of Surrey.
The man who came all the way from the south of England to show us how to play snooker with bunkers, a man by the name Mr. Peters. Would you come forward to receive your TV Times gold medal? Well done, John. Congratulations, and here's 150 quid just to help the lads down in the south of England to get on a bit.
Thank you very much.
Well done. What a game and what a worthy champion. John Peters of Surrey. We're going to take a break, but back soon with the table football semi-finals. I'll see there. Hey up. Now for our 2 table football semi-finals. If you think there's not much skill in this game, watch out for the lads coming up. There's as much ball control, trapping skills and shooting power as you'll get in a Leeds-Liverpool match. The first game's between last year's runners-up, John Crowpatch and Frank Bowkett, and Sandamas and Merchant of Leeds University. And it's Crowpatch and Bowkett who are 1-up.
This game should be a real attacking feast. Sandamas and Crowpatch, real artists in attack as they've shown so far in this tournament. Crowpatch, of course, has a speciality, the ricochet off the outside man to the centre forward. He always has up his sleeve. Crowpatch and Bowkett in the dark, men in blue. That's 2. There you see it. Easy movement. The defence caught out of line. The goalkeeper doing the right thing, moving, but he moves at the wrong time. So 2-0 for Cropatch and Bowkett. The fans from Doncaster making a tremendous amount of noise. Although at times, oh, that's going to quieten them. That was a beautiful shot, 2-1. So Sandamas and Merchant not yet out of it, 2-1. Real battle of good stylists, this. Sandamas and Merchant on the right in the white men, Cropatch and Bowkett. On the left, the blue men. Cropatch and Bowkett, of course. A lot of bets riding on them. Here we go again. The goalkeeper moving from side to side. The first line of defence absolutely still. Letting his goalkeeper do most of the defensive work. Now the full-back. Oh, what a good one, right from the back. Superb shot, 3-1.
3-1, Blues.
Cropatch and Bowkett. And there, Frank Bowkett rather testily telling his own fans to be quiet. They can put players off. They're more like the Stretford end sometimes than indoor league supporters. 3-2. Not quite as much noise there. So Sandamas and Merchant still hanging on to the coattails of Cropatch and Bowkett. Keen game. Back in the defence line of Cropatch and Bowkett. Frank Bowkett in possession. And of course, the beauty of this game, it can come from any direction, a goal. You can score from anywhere. And these lads have the ability to do it. There's an attempt at bluff and double bluff. Both sides stock still for a moment. Look at the figures moving about, waiting for it to come through. It's not even the men in possession that move. Oh, good one.
4-2.
That's 4-2. So Cropatch and Bowkett moving ahead in this semi-final. But they're still not clear. These two lads, Sandamas and Merchant, fighting hard. Playing a very experienced side, and again it must be said, a somewhat hostile crowd. They're holding it, look at that, for cheek. Now moving it, trying to get the defence. Just a fraction of an inch from side to side, selling a dummy. Sometimes it rolls, sometimes it doesn't. Just waiting for the goalkeeper to move and that defence line to move. There's the shot. This time it didn't make it. Good defence work, that, by Merchant. John Cropatch a little worried, lost control then. Now it's Sandamas and Merchant. Now they're playing the bluff game. Oh, good one. Beautifully played. It's quite a nail-biter. Quick wipe of the hands there. This could be pretty hot stuff and pretty tense. Terry Yarth about to drop the ball in.
4-3 Blues.
4-3 to Cropatch and Bowkett. Very tense semi-final. Great fight by the Leeds University boys. They were expected to be, well, not exactly whitewashed, but pretty well done in this one. But they're 4-3 down, only 4-3 down. Cropatch and Bowkett in possession. Frank Bowkett at the back, easing it up. Comes back to him, tries one from the back. Again, the defence holding it out. Haven't yet seen any really bad goals in this. It's a tribute to both sets of players. All the goals have been well conceived and well hit. You've got to have a pretty quick eye too, because the ball is liable to ricochet off sides and bodies and come flying in at the goal. Like that. So Cropatch and Bowkett and their rowdy supporters only one away from home and the final. 5-3. Sandamas and Merchant will fight till the end. This could well be it, because this is a lethal position for John Cropatch. Yes, it was.
So, the Doncaster duo of Cropatch and Bowkett make the final for the third time running. Now the second semi-final is between Hurricane Hardy and Wally Osborne, who knocked our reigning champs out in the first round, and Nellie Nelson and Junior McCrith of London.
In this second semi-final to meet Cropatch and Bowkett, a quick goal. Oh, he loved it. Nelson and McCrith. Hardy and Osborne did well to get in the final. But a lot of expectations riding on that side. It was a goal. It was in.
2-0 Whites.
So already 2-0 Nelson and McCrith. Well, what can Hardy and Osborne do? They haven't shown anything yet. They haven't had time to. They've been busy picking the ball out of the back of their own net. But that was a good shot from the back by Hurricane Hardy, who can really fly them from deep. There they are, Hardy and Osborne. And the two laddies from London on the other side. Teeing up for a pretty simple one. Well, we haven't seen anything from Osborne's attack yet. He was pretty good in the semi-final. 4, it's a cakewalk. There it is, so quick. What an expression there. So 4-0 for Nelson and McCrith. Junior McCrith really jumping up and down with pleasure at this. Hardly surprising at 4-0, and 4-0 in double quick time. It's a pretty one-sided semi-final. That almost went in, just saved on the line. I think it might give a little confidence to Hardy and Osborne if Osborne could put one in, but no score so far for them, and 4 for Nellie Nelson and Junior McCrith. Didn't go in that time, but they're still in attack. They got the rebound, setting up for the 5th. Oh, they're so happy. 5-0, only one to go. Well, cry from the crowd tells it all. A little cruel, a little unkind, but very, very accurate. It's been 5 in under even time, well under even time, and just one more wanted for Nellie Nelson and Junior McCrith to take on Kropatch and Bowkett. And what a tremendous final in prospect that is. Very fast, exciting pair from London. Letting it go from the back. All that Hardy and Osborne can do at the moment is try to keep the ball out. They've hardly time to build up their own attacks, and they're not getting possession. They're losing it straight away. All the attack coming from Nelson and McCrith. All the control, and the shots come in from any direction and any distance. That was a good one. Oh, that really was worthwhile. Now, really, this as good as any goal we've seen in the competition. It could only be a consolation goal, but look at the way he wallops it right the way through from the back. Hurricane Hardy to the middleman and through everybody. Well, I wonder if that will give them a bit of heart. 5-1, a long way to go, but a great goal. Oh, that's it.
Nellie Nelson and Junior McCrith versus John Kropatch and Frank Bowkett in the final. And what a final that promises to be. Be able to see all that game next time. We'll also be concentrating on those wrist rustlers of arm wrestling. We're going to leave you now with a last look at John Peters enjoying his moment of glory. I'll sit it.
Smiling, and there's 150 quid for his smile, and he won it! A great performance.
If you enjoyed that, we'll be back with the next programme soon. And if you were one of the stars in those days, or knew them, let's hear from you. What happened? Here's the email address to get to us.